First attempt at a pullback, so back to 47.50 now for the Nifty. Not so much of a recovery in the mid-cap space, though at least for the breadth of the market, still struggling with almost 900 to the decline. Sugar is making a bit of a revival, though, as I said, both Balrampur and Bajaj are now in the green as we speak. However, from the metals, Tata Steel is struggling, ditto for a couple of financials like Reliance Capital and UCO Bank. Mehraboon Irani joins in for more on all those stocks. Mehraboon, morning. What did you make of Tata Steel's numbers yesterday, and what would you do with the stock after this recent correction?
See, Mitali, if you see very closely the results, I think on a consolidated basis, definitely it's disappointed the market men. But one needs to understand that is mainly because of chorus. I think chorus numbers have not lived up to anybody's expectations, and I personally feel that the margin pressure on chorus should continue, mainly because they don't have enough of raw material sources. But on the positive side, I would like to state one thing, that the stock has come down very sharply. Number two is, I personally feel that taxation rate should come down because the corporate restructuring got completed in December 2007. And personally, I feel that the demand for steel should continue to remain buoyant. So I would possibly use, considering the fact that in this market, anything and everything can drop further. The fact remains that Tata Steel, after the sharp fall in the share price, I personally feel that if one takes into account the fact that it could drop maybe another 5 to 7% from here, I think one can possibly start making purchases at the counter at the present level.
Morning, Mehraboon. Would you buy ICICI Bank at 850?
Morning. Definitely not today, and I personally feel that over the next 3 to 4 months also, we are going to have possibly the share price of the most banks maybe hovering around the same level, if not lower from here. It's a very different issue that we all discussed, the fact that price to book value now has come down to 1.25 in most banks. I'm not referring to ICICI Bank right now. But the fact is, well, they have their own problems right now. The problems are in the system right now, and while the banking sector on the whole looks otherwise good, I would say that I would possibly wait. And even in ICICI Bank, the problems which have taken place in the particular stock, the way the disclosures have come, I think it's not gone down well with the market. So I think any rise from here could be maybe used by shareholders to possibly exit from the counter. It may have value, I'm not saying no, but I would prefer to possibly wait and allow the share price to come down a little bit more before I start looking at the counter.
How's the mood right now, Mehraboon, amongst your clients, especially after yesterday's disappointing move?
Mitali, on a lighter vein, I will say that the only positive is that the clients are not bothering to call up and ask as to what's happening to the portfolios, because frankly, I think people are becoming a little bit mature, at least on that angle, and it's a little bit of easier breathing for fund managers like us. But the fact is, the clients also feel that maybe over the next 3 to 6 months, as and when the markets possibly recover and starts moving up, it's mainly, and this is my feeling, which I'm passing it on to my investor clients, that I think it's going to be the only BSE 200 or the top 250, 300 companies in terms of market cap which are going to perform. Because I feel the rot has come into the system, and that rot will take some more time to be weeded out. The rot is promoters, operators, retail investors, HNIs, the way some of the smaller caps had moved up with the expectation that we will raise funds at a later stage at a higher level, and a whole lot of people are buying the stocks without knowing about it. I think, and even if you look at the defaults in the system right now, in the retail broking circles today, that most of the brokers are still looking out for payments to come from their clients. I think any rally in those stock prices, I think people are going to exit, because this rot will take its own time to come out, and I think the action is going to be only in the top 200, 250 companies in terms of market cap. So money making is not going to be very easy right now. Opportunities are there. It's a lovely opportunity for people to possibly start looking at creating a new portfolio. The fact is that. But there's some more pain in the system, and I personally feel if you want to make your own portfolio, look at only the top 200, 250 companies in terms of market cap, at least for the time being.
Thanks, Mehraboon, as always, for stopping by. Still very weak for the market, and the mid-cap index masks the kind of damage that has happened to the broader market today. By the by, Asia is actually dragging a bit lower as well, so markets like the Taiwan and the Straits Time have only moved lower. Let's take a break.